Considering where we were coming out of Houston, how we felt, how they felt, this has been an outstanding homestand.
Things are a lot better. They win the series against the Angels. They have an opportunity to do the same thing against the Orioles tonight with a win. So I would say things are a lot better than what they were looking like coming home.
And a couple of guys that the ball club has been relying on and waiting for to start getting some things done. Look what Dustin Ackley's done, a 383 clip here during this stand. He hasn't driven in a run, but hitting the ball a lot better. He's got 18 singles, 3 doubles. Strikeouts are down, just 1 walk over the last 13 games. How about Smoke hitting the ball? And you know what? First pitch swing has been effective for him a few times during the course of this homestand.
I would agree with Justin. I think he's been more aggressive, certainly going to help. But that comes with being comfortable and gaining some confidence. You see him drive this ball out into right center field. And I think we're going to see more of that. First, it was just a matter of getting a few hits. And then for Justin, he's starting to drive the ball. I don't think it'll be too much longer before we start to see him hit him in the seats. A good sign for the Mariners. They need him to definitely swing the bat well, since he'll probably be in the middle of the lineup most of the year.
Dustin Ackley getting his barrel to the baseball a little more consistently of late.
Well, I think with Dustin, again, the big thing for him is he's using the entire field. He was able to work his way out of this early slump that he had at the start of the season by hitting the ball back up the middle the other way. And now we're seeing him starting to pull the ball with some authority. He has pop in his bat. There's no question about that. I think if you look at all the guys on the club, line drive-wise, he hits the ball as hard as anybody. But now he's using the entire field line from line, and you can see the results of it.
4-2 in this homestand, going for 5-2. Aaron Harang, maybe he gets his first Mariner win tonight. He is due. We've had some interesting times here in this homestand, a brief one. Let's look and listen at some of the highlights.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Ford. We are local. And by the Emerald Queen Casino. Get ready to rock out with Kansas on May 11th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. And Tom Glasgow with you from the Ford Sports Desk throughout tonight's ball game. By the way, we want to let you know we'll be checking in on other action around Major League Baseball. We'll also head down to the farm, AA Jackson. Taijuan Walker pitching tonight. He has been on a big-time roll. That young man certainly looking forward to a possible promotion to AAA Tacoma. Speaking of promotions and demotions, all things pitching with the Mariners, let's rejoin Brad and Val. Guys?
Tom, thank you very much. Yeah, move made today. We make a pretty big one, too, bringing Val back from the East Coast. Nice to have you here. Bringing the righty. Mariners make one, too. I'm not sure whose was bigger, more important, more newsworthy, but the Mariners do send Blake Bevan down after he pitched a couple of innings last night. Go down there to Tacoma with his 0-1 record. Lucas Licky, the lefty, recall, doing very well in Tacoma. 245, Ernie. Opponents hitting just a $184 against him. This move, Val, makes a lot of sense. Probably good for both guys.
Brad, as hard as it is for anybody to get sent down, I think Blake Bevan's going to look at this situation later on and realize that it was the best thing for him to go down there, regain his starting rotation, build up his arm strength, and get that feeling again that he had last year when he went down to AAA and came back and did so well. Although I know today it's a tough thing.
Like it, yeah.
It's a very difficult thing, but ultimately for Blake, this is going to be the best thing for him.
Good for the long run. All right, on the mound tonight again, it's Aaron Harag going for his first win, Val, as a Mariner. The results and stats haven't been great. Big earned run average, we know that. Is this a big, crucial start for Aaron?
I think it's a very important start for him. After 3 opportunities, the Mariners need to see what Aaron can do for this ball club. Otherwise, they may have to look at other options.
All right, so Harang on the mound tonight trying to pitch himself to his first victory. Mariners, of course, win this rubber game, win their second straight series. The guys in the dugout ready to go out there. Got the home whites on, ready to go. Fans coming in. It's a beautiful night for baseball. Dave and Mike back with first pitch. We'll see you after the game out here for postgame. Enjoy.
We sure hope you had a chance to enjoy this beautiful day, and what better way to cap off this day By joining us here at Safeco Field for Mariner baseball as they look for their second consecutive series win and look to finish out the homestand at 5-2. Welcome everybody to Mariner baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew here at Safeco Field. The Baltimore Orioles in town, and Aaron Harang looking for his first Mariner victory. This will be his fourth start. The veteran comes in with a career mark of 105 and 106. 34-year-old right-hander. He's due.
Yeah, he's struggled. There's no question. The big inning has hurt him. Commanding his fastball is something. A couple of pitches here and there have cost him big. I think that this is going to be an important outing for him. I think he, especially after what happened to Maurer, the young man that pitched yesterday, giving up the 4 runs in the first. I think they're looking at him to at least keep the club close for the first 4 or 5 innings tonight.
And one of the things he'll have to do is keep this guy off the base. Nate McLeod led off last night's game with a home run. Saw Nate earlier today. Said he thought Maurer had really good stuff, but same thing we were talking about. Obviously, didn't have command of the fastball. And then fastball he did get was right there.
Well, and that's what happens. You fall behind hitters, and then you're trying to throw strikes. Next thing you know, you throw it in the middle of the plate, and they hammer it.
Left field coming in is Jason Bay. 1 out.
When we look at the Baltimore starting lineup, the first 5 hitters really been swinging the bat well. We just saw McLeod, and then it's Machado hitting .304. Markakis, Jones, Chris Davis. He's amongst the league leaders in a lot of categories. He is hitting 5th. Wieters starting to heat up, hitting 6th, and it's Hardy, Flaherty, and Reimold, the DH, hitting 9th. As we mentioned, time for Aaron Harang to get it going. It's been a struggle for him. High ERA, has yet to win a game. So hopefully he can start tonight against the Orioles. A good hitting club. We've seen that. These guys can really swing it, and they've been aggressive.
This is where that experience should pay off for Harang. I mean, he's been involved in 211 decisions in his career. This is his 296th start, career game number 302.
Confident knowing that he has a good game plan against the Orioles. It really comes down to what we were talking about with Maurer. Can he go out and execute the pitches that he wants to? There's a good breaking ball.
Into the 20-year-old Manny Machado, good-looking third baseman, went 2 for 5 last night, 2 doubles. Swing and a miss. Montero holds on, 2 outs.
Take a look at the Mariners T-Mobile defense tonight. Jason Bay getting the start again in left field. Saunders is in center. Michael Morris out and right. And on the infield, Kyle Seager at third. Andino getting the start at shortstop. Ackley and Smoke on the right side of the infield. Jesus Montero, he will get the start behind the plate. Kelly Shopik has been back there the last couple of days, so it'll be Montero tonight. You can see what he did against the Angels. Is tough out in just 3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned for Harang.
Slap foul. Off the bat of Nick Markakis, the right fielder. Nick 1 for 4 last evening. Orioles have an impressive offensive profile. 5th in batting average, 2nd in runs, 3rd in hits, 4th in homers. Left field for Jason Bay. So Harang has a very nice, tidy first inning. He gets it done with 10 pitches. Wyan Chen will take the mound for the Orioles. Let's see how the Mariners fare when we get back with Michael Saunders leading off. Aaron Harang got the start he was looking for. 1-2-3 first inning. Now let's see if the offense can get clicking. Mike, here's a look at Mariner batting order.
Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Chevron. Leading off, it'll be Michael Saunders, then Kyle Seager. He's really been swinging the bat well, hitting second. Then it's Morales. Michael Morris has homered in 2 of the last 3 games. That is a good sign. He will hit cleanup. It'll be Bay, Smoke, Ackley, Montero hitting 8th. Been out of the lineup for a few days. Back in the lineup today, hitting 8th. And then Andino to round out the 9 for the Mariners. Take a look at the numbers for Chen. Really good ERA, 2.53 ERA, 32 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts. His fastball, he'll sit around 91 to 93 miles an hour. Will use a changeup effectively, also a slider, and an occasional curveball. Good stuff overall, and he's pitched well this year.
He had a no decision here last year, and remember, second, third inning. Who is this guy? He was dealing. Threw a heck of a ball game. First pitch, it did go. Says home plate umpire Hunter Wendelstadt. Strike one to Michael Saunders.
He did, and it was that type of swing that Michael just had on his fastball. Surprising his fastball. You'll see the velocities again be somewhere between 91 and 93, but it has a tendency to get on the hitters. And you'll see that more and more as the game moves on, and it's because of his changeup. An effective changeup, he'll use it quite a bit.
Strike 2. Hunter Wendelstadt working with Mike Estabrook at first, Alan Porter at second, and Greg Gibson at third. Chan, a quick worker. He's from Keelung City in Taiwan. 27 years old. And Saunders gone without a whisper.
And the Orioles defense brought to you by T-Mobile. In the outfield will be McLeod in left. Jones, one of the better center fielders. Team to start in center field tonight. Marquez in right. On the infield, Machado, good third baseman. Strong arm, former shortstop, moved over to third. Then it's Hardy and Flaherty up the middle. Chris Davis had a great month of April. And then it's Matt Wieters behind the plate.
There's Kyle Seager, 292 batting average. Had a great month of April. Leads the club in runs, hits, total bases, doubles, triples, and RBI. Matt Wieters, the catcher for the Baltimore Orioles, talking about Wyan Chen. He says a lefty with a lively fastball mix, improved the off-speed stuff, location guy. And he said his work habits are second to none. Win or lose, he takes something positive out of every performance and builds on it time after time. And that's a heck of an endorsement from a really good catcher.
Yes, I think Wieters is one of the best receivers in the league. Always helps out his pitchers back there.
2-0 pitch popped up. Wieters will take a look. He might have, he does have, and he makes the play.
It was interesting seeing Kyle step out right there asking for time. I don't know if you saw it or not, but Beltre today, did you see that against Chris Sale? Adrian said timeout and turned around and stepped out of the batter's box. Sale threw a fastball right down the middle, strike 3. Ouch. Fielding Culver's rang him up.
Ouch.
So then Beltre started to have a little bit of an argument with him. In the end, he was laughing about it with Culver's, as you would imagine with Adrian. But again, you can ask for time, but the umpire doesn't have to give it to you. And it looked like right there with Kyle, when he asked for time, Hunter Wendelstadt, the home plate umpire, gave it to him. But then he talked to Kyle, said that's a little bit late. You're going to have to give it to me a little bit earlier if you want to get it.
Mr. Chen, looks like he has a time frame in mind for this game with that pace that he's working with.
He'll become a clubhouse favorite on getaway days, Dave.
Probably does hold for any day, but especially
on getaway day.
Line drive, center field, Adam Jones. Didn't get it. So a base hit for Kendrys Morales with 2 outs here in the first.
Solid line drive. It looked like it was going to hang up in the air. We'll see if it's off the end of his glove. It looked like he was going to catch it. Yep, right off the end of the glove. Just kind of pins it up against the ground. So that'll be a base hit for Morales.
I know that was a super slow-mo, but that ball looked like it was knuckling.
I think it was.
Yeah.
hit on a line. It looked like it was a changeup, hit it on a line back out there, and you'll see that knuckleball. And that one actually took a dip down on
right, because he had it all the way, and all of a sudden it just went straight down. See if the Mariners can capitalize. Here's Michael Morse, 2 for 3 against Chen. I like to watch BP when your teammates are oohing and eyeing the blast that you had. He hit one off the scoreboard in left field. I mean, it was just a chorus. Wow! Ooh!
I was standing down in the cage today when he was hitting, and there were a lot of chuckles around the cage.
He's got ridiculous power.
He does. That home run that he hit last night was ridiculous. I thought cold night, towering fly ball to right.
That's a great point, because you talked about that last night. You figure July 4-5 when summertime gets here and air's going to be significantly warmer.
Well, if you consider he hit 8 home runs in the month of April.
A couple of them out in Oakland.
And yep, and probably 10 days of that with a fractured pinky that was really bothering him. Things look pretty good when the weather starts to heat up, and he's always been a slow starter in April.
Happy May 1st, everybody.
Yes. This was always my favorite day of the year. Turn the page on April and move on.
That's right, with your starts. That's right.
I'm sure there are a number of guys in the league right now that feel the same way.
Yeah. See you next year. Of course, this May portion of your Mariners schedule brought to you by Homer and Odyssey Travels. Good grief. 9 home games. Toronto, Pittsburgh coming up, then come home for a change of laundry, Mike, with Oakland for 3, and then back out on the road for a long one. New York, Cleveland, Anaheim.
You'll have to take advantage of those certificates to quality dry cleaners on the road. A little that we're going to be home. What I'm not going to do is bring a bunch of laundry back with me. I can tell you that.
2-2. Boy, you get through the door, put the feet down, and basically turn around and leave.
That's it. That's exactly what it is, and it's one of the things we talked about at the start of the year, and we may as well talk about it again, and that is the offices certainly didn't do the guys any favors with their schedule, having to play 30 out of 31 days in April, and now they go out on the road for the month of May.
All right, this is the 30th game in 31 days. Is that nuts?
It's nuts.
Talking to Rick Griffin, been here forever. Never seen anything like it. Doesn't want to see anything like it.
He's a team trainer. You bet he doesn't.
2-2. Off-speed pitch outside.
It's just tough. It's a tough way to go, and you know, you and I have talked about it a number of times. If the guys could just find a way to hang in there through the end of this month, it's the toughest part of it. It'll eventually turn back around in their favor. They played well at home, which is a good sign too.
8-8 here at home. 3-2. Morales will be moving. There he goes, and fouled off.
Good pitch to hit, Michael. We'll to have that one back 91 miles an hour. Right down the middle. 8 pitches so far in the at bat for Morse. 17 pitches overall for Chen here, working in the first.
Ryan Chen, 2013, 66% of his pitches fastball, and then changeup at 17%. 3-2 to Morse. Walked him. Mariners had a 2-out threat here in the first.
Well, they have another hot hitter coming to the plate now. It's good to see over the last week to 10 days a number of the guys are getting things turned around, and Bay is finding himself in the lineup on a daily basis because of the way that he's been swinging it. Comes into the game today hitting .273 with a couple of home runs, and you can see what he's done in this series. 4 for 7 with an RBI.
Great homestand. 8 for 17. Home run, 3 RBIs. This is ball 1. Mariners hit a 3-game win streak snapped last night. Orioles win 7-2 behind Jason Hamill. Tough start for him. 1-0 to Bay. Well struck. Left field base hit. Morales will ease on home. Morse to third. He'll get the stop sign and RBI double. for Jason Bay. 1-0 Mariners here in the first inning. For Bay, his third double, his 7th RBI.
He is now 5 for 8 in this series. Another reason why Kirk Wedge, hot hand, keep running him out there. Why not? Solid line drive down into the corner. Get the Mariners on the scoreboard early against a pitcher that has been pitching well. Nice short swing, fastball, middle of the plate.
Good start. Good Mayday for Dr. Bombay. Here's Smoke. Aaron Harang's got a 1-0 lead. See if Smoke can add to it.
He's right there with Bay. Both of them 4 for 7 in the series. Justin swinging the bat much better. Has been steadily bringing his average up. Starting to hit the ball with some authority, which is good to see. Had a double in the right center field gap yesterday. If he struggled, it's been on this side of the plate.
Heading to count 2-0. Green light him here?
Yeah, sure, why not? You have first base open. You can see the 2-0 pitch. Chen threw him a curveball, a pitch he rarely throws, missed with it, but he's trying to pitch around him a little bit. You have Ackley waiting on deck. He wants the lefty-lefty matchup. Dustin, no bargain these days. You can see 10-game hitting streak for him. He's been hot also. But I would turn him loose if he gets a good fastball to hit.
Way inside.
He didn't want any part of it.
Sure didn't. Bases are loaded. 2 outs for Dustin Ackley.
Hoping that Justin would chase some pitches out of his own if he didn't want to. He was just going to give him first. Dustin Ackley's been using the entire field, stinging the ball. Good to see him on a good run. Raised his average all the way up to 253. And he was probably the one with the slowest start at the beginning of the season. So he's done a lot of work to get it up to 253.
Slow breaking ball up high to Ackley.
In the meantime, for Chen, 25 pitches here in the first inning, only 12 strikes. First pitch strikes to just 2 of the 7 batters he has faced. See Dustin 417 over the 10-game hitting streak.
7th man to the plate. If they can inflict big damage here. There's a strike, 1-1. Front side kid falling out. 1 and 2. Actually 1 for 5 against Chen.
That's a good point. Chen has a good slider, and I think Dustin was looking for that fastball inside. And you're right. Front shoulder starting to leak out on him a little bit. You have to stay on the breaking ball.
Ooh, strike 3 call. Bases loaded. Ouch. Mariners do get a run. They leave 3. And Aaron Harang looking for that first Mariner victory. He's got a 1-0 lead. Baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by BNSF Railway, the engine that connects us. And by Jack in the Box. The Chipotle Chicken Club Combo is back for limited time at Jack in the Box. Try one today with fries and a drink for just $4.99 plus tax. Bob Christopherson and his brilliant crew. A lot of great pregame work to get this fabulous field going here for each and every home game. 1-0 on the RBI double by Jason Bay. It'll be Adam Jones, Chris Davis, Matt Wieters, 4, 5, and 6 against Aaron Harang. Fantastic start for the former Mariner. Strike one. Jones tied for 9th in the American League in batting at .327. Second and tied with Jose Altuve for the most hits in the league at 37. Cabrera and Hunter with him at the top.
You get the feeling he's going to be a perennial all-star, well on his way again this year.
You bet. Batting the cleanup spot. 2-1 now. Jonesy 0 for 4 last night. He batted 4th last night. Game 1. Batted 3rd and went 0 for 4 as well. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Two from Harang. Tap foul. Harang's last win was back in September with the Dodgers. It's 2-2 to Jones. Swing and a miss. It's 2 strikeouts for Aaron Harang. He's got 1 out here in the second. I'll bring up Chris Davis. So we take a look at our Wendy's. Now that's better. You want to talk about improvement. Look what this guy has done since last season. Swing rate is down.
Whip rate is down, which means he's not chasing a bunch of bad pitches anymore. He used to swing a lot of pitches, but he hasn't done that. And the reason that his average is up to 348 right now, but having an effective first month of the season, and see if he can continue to lay off of the pitches out of the strike zone. But so far, first month, that's a pretty big adjustment for him.
Leads the club at 26 strikeouts and 16 walks. 4th in the American League in batting, leads in home runs and RBIs. Strike 3 called. Got him. Back-to-back Ks for Harang. He struck out 3 of the last 4 men that he's faced.
This went right at him with a good fastball at the top of the strike zone. Davis probably thinking this pitch was up, but it was a strike. Good pitch from Aaron.
Brings up Matt Wieters. 5 outs on 19 pitches for Harang. Matt Wieters hitting .227, 4 homers, 15 runs batted in, 2 for 4 last night. First inning 2-run double. Boy, didn't miss by much.
22 pitches for Aaron, 15 strikes. Another good sign.
Nice movement. 2-2.
Looks like he has the good fastball again. He had a good fastball in his first outing and lost it. Now it looks like it's brushing it up there a little bit. That last one at 92 miles an hour.
2-2 pitch. Peters fouls it off. Weeder straight away. Infield and the outfield pitch. Play.
93.
Good sign.
Yeah. I wonder if because he had that last outing in spring training and then he didn't pitch until he showed up here having that time off. Threw the ball, I thought, extremely well in the first outing. If maybe that took a little something out of him and now he's starting to get his arm strength back again.
Seager running out of room. That would have been an out in Oakland.
Peters putting up a fight. Look at all those pitches in the strike zone. This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat coming up.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Hit on the button.
He won that battle.
Peters. Morris throws it in. And a chance is in there safely with a double. His 4th of the season. A 2-out double by Matt Peters here in the 2nd inning.
This is another fastball. Down and into the lefty. Hits it hard into the corner.
Nice swing.
Right in the loop zone.
He's a switch hitter. It's amazing. Every night, I mean, we've known this for years, but that loop zone for left-handers is just unbelievable, isn't it?
It doesn't change.
J.J. Hardy, the shortstop. Hardy 2 for 8 in this series. Gold Glove shortstop a year ago. Center field for Saunders. He's there. That'll do it. A 2-out double turned out to be harmless, and harangues through 2 innings in a 1-0 lead. Lead. Hey, make Mariners baseball part of your spring, summer, and fall plans this year with season tickets. Plans starting as low as $258. You're going to enjoy the biggest savings over single game prices, the best seat locations, plus easy online account management, For more info, get involved on Mariners season tickets. Go to mariners.com. 1-0 lead for the Mariners. An RBI double by Jason Bay in the first inning. Mariners did leave him loaded. It'll be Montero and Dino and Saunders here in the second inning. 8-9-1 against Wei Yin Chang. Strike one to Jesus. Turn of the calendar will do him good. 2 for 10 on the homestand. Pretty well hit. Deep left center field. Giving chases Jones on the track. Can't get it off his glove. Crashes into the wall. Montero, he's going to go for 3. And he's in there. Jesus Montero with a triple.
Mariners, this is a real break for the Mariners because typically Adam Jones, if he gets a glove on it, he's going to make the catch. He did crash into the wall and hit it hard. Montero gives it a pretty good ride. Not much wind tonight, so that did knock it down, but it looked like Adam Jones was going to make the catch. Right about there, you see him flashing that gold glove out there. You see the patch on the back of his glove, and he goes up to make the catch.
Overran it.
Overran it. Absolutely did hit off the heel of his glove. That'll be a triple for Montero.
First big league triple for Jesus Montero. Remember, he got one in spring training and everybody was all over. How'd you feel? I'm tired.
There was no doubt in his mind. He got it all the way.
Good for him. I like to look at his face. He was amazed. He said, whoa,
watch out.
He was, look at this look on his face. I mean, amazement, satisfaction, and yeah, I got one. It's first. Good for him.
Let's see after the game, the guys at the clubhouse will break a timer out on him.
Regular or egg? Strike 3 called. Andino gone. 3 pitches. Back wedge. Hoping, pleading that Andino or Ryan, somebody start hitting.
Yeah.
Because if you do, the job is yours pretty much every day.
You just want somebody to take it. Yes, indeed, the Condor.
There's Amy. She used to do the itchy meter out there. 1 out. See if Saunders can pick up this run. Struck out on 3 pitches first time. Saunders 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts last night. 1 for 4 on Monday. One to Saunders, 1 out. Runner at third. Strike outside corner. Here's Adam Jones. Boy, he hit that hard. Oh yeah, he hit it real hard.
And you have to wonder about it. See how his arm is extended, the way he hits his shoulder into the side of the wall. The guy at the plate right now for the Mariners knows something about that.
Outside to Saunders.
Michael is running back and like he lost track of where the wall was earlier in the year and slammed his shoulder in there and put him on the DL for 15 days.
A lot of rest time. 2-2 here with 1 out.
There you go.
Base hit right field. RBI for Saunders, his 8th. 2-0 Mariners as Montero scores. Got it going with his first big league triple.
Good hitting from Saunders. Sits on a breaking ball. That's kind of the go-to pitch for Chin against the left-handed hitters. Left-handed hitters hitting just 167 against him, but Michael goes out there and hits a hard line drive into right field. Good hitting.
Everybody getting an extra laugh with Montero getting that triple, his first of his career. Kyle Seager fouled out to Wieters his first time. Great jump by Saunders. Throw by Wieters. Wide. He's got a stolen base. Saunders 4 for 4. And base stealing.
Good to have him back. Led the club in stolen bases last year.
Chance for Seager to pick up an RBI. He had a fabulous jump.
Well, because of the jump, Wieters, one of the better catchers, had to hurry his throw, and it just runs up the line. Easy steal for Michael.
Second time around here for Seager. 1-0 pitch. Machado taking a look. No play. Mariners lead it 2-0, looking for more. Seager. He's got the speedy Michael Saunders at second base. Strike right there. 1-2.
Tough pitch. It looks like just off the corner. 41 pitches for Chen. Similar pitch to what they called on Ackley to end the first inning. Pitch that was just off the plate. You can see our EQC tracer.
Two pitch. Saunders has to hold as Hardy throws over to get Seager. 2 outs. Leave it up to Morales. Got a base hit to center. That one went off the glove. It got out to center field and knuckled, and Jones couldn't make the catch.
Waiting for Kendricks to heat up. Maybe May will be his month. Not that he's done poorly. He's been hanging right around that 250, 260 range, but really hasn't been able to get hot yet.
Ball 1 to Kendricks. First inning single, his 6th hit of the homestand. Top of the 9th, White Sox lead at Texas 5-2. Angels won a game at Oakland as you look at Montero.
Looks like they removed the oxygen mask.
Yeah, thinking the same thing. Angels 5-4 winners at Oakland. Hard hit through the wickets of Ryan Flaherty. Saunders scores easily. 3-0 Mariners. Blisters a 2-0 pitch. Base hit, RBI from Morales, his 11th.
He's hit the ball hard twice tonight. Both of them back up the middle. Mariners 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position here early in the game.
Runners in scoring position numbers have not been good, and that's a refreshing number to hear tonight. Ball club goes into tonight 206 batting average runners in scoring position, coming off 1 for 8 last night. Good sign here this evening. Morris looking to keep it going. Your pick to click on the radio side was Kendricks Morales.
Yes, sir.
Good call.
Of course, it's, again, I've decided that he's going to heat up any day, and I've made that call 3 days in a row now.
Full disclosure. All right. We salute you for the full disclosure.
Aaron Goldsmith, Rick Riz were both looking at me funny today when I made the call again. But, yeah, so it was Kendricks Morales. 2 for 2 with an RBI.
Not bad. 0-1 here to Morris. No advancement by Morales. 1-1. Showalter's ball club started today, third place in the American League East, 2.5 behind Boston. Boston just wiped out Toronto tonight, 10-1. Behind Buchholz, who goes to 6-0. That pitch up high. Tom Glasgow will have highlights from that game. You'll want to stay tuned to see what Mike Napoli did. 2-1 pitch. 2-2. Yeah, you see that? See Michael shake his hand.
I didn't see that.
That didn't come off the bat well.
Well, he has that overlapping grip, and it's his fractured pinky that's over the top of it, and fighting to try to get on top of a high fastball.
There it is.
That was on his left hand, though. Look like he was shaking his left hand. His pinky was on the right, wasn't it? Yeah, top hand.
Strike 3 called. Morris disbelieving the call of window step, but that call will stand. Adam Jones, a tough go in these first 2 innings, crashes into the wall as he's blowing a bubble there, and that didn't feel good. Felt good for that guy. His first big league triple. Mariners lead 3-0. The Emerald City. And the good news for the Mariners, Aaron Harang has 3 runs to work with as we begin the 3rd inning. He's got Ryan Flaherty, the second baseman, DH Nolan Reimold, and Nate McLeod, the left fielder. 8-9-1. Flaherty sends one to center field. Pretty good ride on it as Saunders goes back on the track. Backs into the fence. 1 out. Flaherty, a fastball hitter, rides one pretty good here.
Yes, he did. Pitch off the plate away from him. Michael Saunders. Look at our McDonald's Supermode going to test that shoulder again as he bangs into the wall after he makes the catch. At least he was able to brace himself a little bit that time.
But in the Reimold, Nolan Reimold hitting .211. Didn't play in last night's game. Played in Monday night's tilt. Went 1 for 3. Two another count. Garang in his career is 0-1 against the Orioles. One game he's got a 3.86 ERA. Gave up 5 hits, 3 runs all earned, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts and 1 home run in that only meeting. His comeback, Garang takes care of it. 2 outs. Back to the top of the order, Nate McLeod. The next car in the Mariners collectible train car series. It's coming up here at Safeco Field on Saturday, May 11th. This train has a bartender. That's right. It's the Tom Wilhelmsen train engine. And it's free to the first 20,000 fans when the Mariners take on the Athletics. So make sure you're all aboard for train night. Pick up your tickets right now, mariners.com. Nate McLeod fly to left. Open up the ball game. One. McLeod, just like Chris Davis, has made a lot of improvements, and it's resulted in some outstanding numbers. He started today as a .346 hitter. Whiff rate down, strikeout rate down, big. He's getting a share of walks too.
Yeah, walk rate way up again. Trying to swing at pitches in the strike zone. I believe that was something that Ted Williams talked about, right?
Yes,
Get
he
a
did.
good strike to hit.
Yes, he did. Nate McLeod started today, a slugging percentage of .513, on base at .452, and he's 8 out of 9 in base stealing. So you got to be careful. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 pitch.
Pretty good pitch.
Yes, it was. Ball 2, 2-2. Mariner RBIs tonight. Bay, Saunders, and Morales. That's 3-0 lead. Full count. Manny Machado awaits. Ackley's right there. Throws the smoke, and Lang has a clean 3rd inning. See if the Mariners can get some more runs with Bay, Smoke, and Ackley on this gorgeous night as we look at downtown Seattle. 5-2 in this homestand to take back-to-back series. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Here we are in the month of May. Travel day tomorrow. 3 with Toronto. That ball club continues to struggle. Pittsburgh Pirates having a good start to their season in the National League Central. Then back home for 3 with the A's, and then on the road again. Here's Jason Bay. Bay, Smoke, and Ackley 5, 6, and 7 here against Ian Chen.
Jason with a double to drive in the first run for the Mariners tonight. Having a good series. 5 for 8 in the series.
And with that, you know, soaring confidence. Sky foul territory. Long run for the right fielder. Markakis, a good one. Made the catch. Nicely done by Nick Markakis.
Good concentration. Bad break for Jason Bay. Playing out towards right center field, so he had to run a long way. Then he gets over to that short wall. Knows the fans are in the area. Never takes his eye off the ball and makes the catch.
Well, let's see. Popcorn preserved in the brown bag.
Could have pulled a Don Mattingly right there. Stuck his hand in there. Grabbed a handful.
Remember that? Were you at the club when that happened?
No, I wasn't there then. I've seen the video a million times.
I know, it's great, though. Yeah, just take one piece.
The thing that was great about it is how thrilled was that kid. The look in his eyes when Don Mattingly stuck his hand in his bag of popcorn.
Smoke, line drive. That's going to get down. Smoke digging for second. Here's the throw. He's in there. Justin Smoke with his 5th double of the season. Smoke with his 6th hit on the homestand. He's 6 for 19 with 3 doubles.
We talked about it. Started picking up a few hits, getting jammed here and there, and then all of a sudden he started to get the barrel to it. And this is a solid line drive out to right center field. Good inside out swing. Head down on the ball. A lot of things to like about that.
Boy, blueprint looks like it's starting to take hold here. There's another key component, Dustin Ackley. Earlier, if you're just joining us, Jesus Montero got his first triple. You heard right. His first big league triple, and scored on an RBI by Saunders. That was back in the 2nd inning.
I was talking to Eric Wedge today down by the cage, and I said that to him. I said, yeah, but a lot of things moving in the right direction at this point. He said, yeah. He said there's a lot of positives, still a lot of things to work out, but he likes what a number of the guys are doing, including Smoke and Ackley.
Bailed on that one. Pop up. McLeod coming on. That's a heck of a catch by Machado. The pitcher Wayne Chen goes to cover 3rd. 2 fine defensive plays in foul territory by the Orioles.
See Machado over the shoulder catch. Ball actually slicing away from him. Made a nice adjustment on it. Just take a look at our McDonald's Supermo.
Nice job by McLeod to get out of the way. Shut it down. Boy, no tension in his body at all. Had it all the way. So Montero with 2 outs. See if he can pick up the run.
Supposed to have any tension in his body. What is he, 20 years old?
That would be correct. That would be correct. But I mean, he looked so effortless going back there.
He's a good athlete.
Yeah, that looked good.
Former shortstop that they moved to 3rd because they had a need there. He's a good one.
Hardy wound up winning the Gold Glove last year. 238 with 22 home runs and 68 runs batted. Working out pretty well for the Orioles. Two 2-0 to Montero. Chen being very careful.
As Andino, the number 9 hitter, waiting on deck. First base open again. All 3 pitches wide.
Worked for him in the first inning. He pitched around Smoke and then got Ackley looking to end the first inning. There's strike 3-1. Montero's aboard with the walk. That is the 3rd walk issued by Chin. Andino can hurt his former club a couple of nights ago. Got a chance to start. Went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Had a sacrifice and had 7 assists involved in a couple of double plays. Ball was finding him and he was delivering. Robert took a called 3rd strike his first time up. Saw just 3 pitches. Got a good count, 2-0. Good look from 3rd base grandstands upstairs. Not much speed on the base pass with Smoke and Montero. Pitch popped up. Out of play. So what's trending on Twitter as it regards the Mariners? Montero triple and Aaron Harang's good start. His first 3 innings is giving up just 1 hit and struck out 3. Trying to get his first win as a Mariner. 2-1 here to Andino, the former Oriole. 3-1. And on deck, leadoff man Michael Saunders, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI and a stolen base and a run scored. Give Andino a big gap in left center. 3-1 pitch. Center field, backs up Jones. Tracking. He's there, makes the catch. Mariners leave a couple. Go to the 4th of the 3-0 lead. Right now, time for AT&T trivia question. Who hit the most professional most career professional home runs. Mike Blowers. This is minors and a major. Mr. Blowers, Mr. Wilson, or Mr. Valier?
No idea.
You're serious? Really?
I have no idea. Well, I played 8 years in the big leagues. Danny was probably about 12. Val probably about the same, I'm guessing. So they had to get me on that end, which means I obviously spent more time down in the minors. I don't know.
I'll go with you.
I'll go with Val.
All right. Comebacker on a broken bat. The bat of Machado. 1 out.
Being able to help himself a couple of times early in the game.
Yeah. Reimold went back through the middle and knocked one down.
Aaron's in really good shape with his pitch count. Just 42 pitches for him. Working here in the 4th. Using his fastball. He's staying right around 70% with his fastball.
There's Nick Markakis made that fine catch. First row of seats. Foul territory in right field. First time up, Nick fly to left. Outside from Harang. Markakis 6 for 26 on this road trip.
He grimaced a little bit on that last pitch, and both the last 2 fastballs he's thrown wide of the plate. There you go. Oh, good play.
Seager takes his time, throws out Markakis. That brings flashbacks back when you see some of those balls hit down there. That wasn't hit particularly hard, but I mean that could be a tough play.
That was actually probably the play that I like to make as a third baseman. A little simple one-step backhand, and because he's playing up, he had plenty of time, and I used to like to air it out a little bit on that.
I remember
Put a little
that.
zip on it.
Show it off a little bit.
Have some fun, yeah, sure.
Strut back,
Yeah.
get comfortable, feel good.
So many times I make the comment that play's not as easy as it looks. That one's pretty easy. That's pretty basic right there. Those are fun. Yeah, exactly.
Jones struck out in a 2-2 pitch, leading off the second. Well, it's impressive about Harang. He's making it look easy. Again, not stressed. He hasn't been stressed yet.
No, he hasn't, and I think he has more on his fastball when he wants it. He's been 93, 94 a couple of times. There's a 2-seamer at 88.
Two-one. Fly ball. Driving Morris back just a little bit, but he's there. Aaron Harang, another good inning. That's 3, 6, 7 in a row retired. Adam Jones 0 for 2. Had a bad night in the field rather, and took it out on that bat. 3-0 Mariners.
3 against the Orioles here at Safeco Field. Tom Glasgow with you from the Forward Sports Desk. A lot of eyes in the M's organization tonight on the Jackson Generals, and one of that team's outstanding pitchers, Taijuan Walker, who may have his eyes on a promotion to AAA Tacoma. Look what Taijuan did tonight. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. He has been on a roll. His ERA now 1.54 as Jackson beats Jacksonville. Fellas, he may be in T-Town soon.
I like the thought of that as Saunders drops one down. Can he beat it out? It's looking good. He got it. Base hit. Good start. 4th inning for Michael Saunders. His 2nd hit tonight. He's 2 for 3. Big part of his game. He's already got a base hit, a stolen base, and an RBI. Now this bunt single.
I think it was a little bit of an element of surprise with that bunt. It wasn't a great bunt. He was able to deaden it out in front of home plate. Towards the mound, I thought that Chen would be able to make a play on it. But you can see Michael with his speed able to beat it out. Good play. Nice way to lead off the inning.
Yeah, John Glasgow was talking about Taijuan Walker. What I liked about those stats, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Keeping the walks down.
Yeah. He gets his breaking ball over. He'll move up the chain quickly. Had a chance to see Taijuan Walker a couple of times in spring training. Does have the live fastball really easy. Jumps on you. Just a matter of controlling the breaking ball. We saw it get up a couple of times. Remember, twice.
And at times he would have that 1 inning where all of a sudden he would lose the strike zone. He typically would be able to come out the next inning and get it back together again.
There's Seager, Saunders.
I don't know how the organization would view it, but it's up to Jack and all of his personnel. But I would imagine that he will be in Tacoma this year, sooner than later, but probably wait for the weather to get a little bit warmer. Still a young man.
Is he 21 this year?
Is he 21 yet?
Double check.
Yeah.
I know he's a baby.
Yeah, he's young.
Strike to Seager.
Chen has just pitched him away. Kyle hit the ball hard as last time. On 71 pitches for Chen, 43 strikes. Hit the ball hard, but it was right at the shortstop, Hardy, for an out.
Turns 21, Taijuan Walker, on August 13th. Chen keeping an eye on Saunders, who has 1 stolen base tonight. He's 4 for 4 in the season. Strike 2. Kyle Seager, who's 0 for 2, a foul out to the catcher to ground out the short.
Another good fastball on the outside corner. Chen has been consistent with Kyle in his 3 at-bats now, pitching him there.
Bunt by Saunders, first bunt base hit of the season for the Mariners. 0-2 here to Seager. Saunders takes off. He is safe.
Great anticipation on that play. As a base runner, you have to anticipate the ball being in the dirt. And as soon as it goes in the dirt, he takes off. He doesn't see how far it is away from Wieters, which it was right next to him. But that's a difficult play, and Michael, good anticipation. Ball right out in front of the plate. Good play by Wieters. Strong throw. Give Michael a lot of credit. Best base runner on the team, I think. He and Ackley. And Michael, good anticipation there.
So wild pitch. He's down to second. RBI opportunity here for Seager, 1 and 2. Last inning, Justin Smoke, he got a double to right center. He's now doubled in a career best 3 consecutive games.
Of course, fastball, Kyle. That one was in the middle of the plate again. Chen trying to go to the outside corner, didn't get it there. That was a mistake on his part. Kyle missed it.
Two and two. Strike three called. That is the 5th strikeout. And all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of them have been called strikes. While the big leaguers slide into home plate, your youngsters can be taking a trip down the slide at the Seattle Children's Playfield, which is located in center field. The playfield features a jungle gym, offers great food options for kids at the Moose's Munchie stand. So take your kids out there, take them out to the ball game, and pay a visit to the Seattle Children's Playfield. One out here in the Mariners' home 4th. Here's Morales.
Morales having a good night, 2 for 2. He's driven in a run, scored a run.
One pitch here to Kenders. Strike 2. Gets away from Weeders, but not far enough. Saunders back safely to second. 1 and 2 in that Jackson win. Double-A. Outfielder James Jones 4 for 4. My goodness. I think 333, 7 doubles, 3 triples, 2 homers, 16 RBIs, 6 stolen bases in 23 games.
He's getting it done, isn't he?
7 for 8, 4 doubles over his last 2 games.
Like hearing those offensive numbers in the minor leagues for the Mariners.
1 and 2. Off speed pitch set to center field. Long run going back as Jones reaches up and makes a catch. Saunders will tag and waltz into third, make an aggressive turn. John Stearns put up the stop sign. 2 outs. Opportunity for Morris to pick up the run here. A walk and a strikeout looking for Morse, so I think he's going to be looking to put something in play here.
He's had a few fastballs that have been up and out over the plate, an area that he typically covers. And Michael has homered in 2 of the last 3 games. Had 8 home runs for the month of April.
Take a look at today's cold, hard fact. Michael Morris earns most home runs in March and April. Mr. Griffey, Alex Rodriguez, and Michael Morris. Gonna get company for Mike. Hit this far, right field. Goodbye! Another opposite field home run for Michael Morris, the Sea Beast. Checks in again with a home run, his 9th. RBIs 13 and 14. And the Mariners have a 5-0 lead. He is punishing outside pitches.
Well, Chen kept going there. This one he didn't get outside, though. This one ended up right down the middle. And a good swing by Michael Morris. And he is strong. We're talking about his batting practice today. You can see why. This is a line drive screamer to right field. He had a towering home run to right last night. This is more of a line drive.
Great job tracking that, fellas. That bad boy was out in a heartbeat, wasn't it? Man.
Ball makes a different sound coming off of his bat than most.
Absolutely. impressive. 388 feet on the line. And Zach Clark, a little scramble down in the Oriole bullpen. Bay looks at strike 2. Michael Morse, 9 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Homers at 3 of the last 4. This one popped up. Michael chatting with Raul Ibanez, a veteran. They've been tied at the hip during off seasons the last few years, going back to about 08. That's one of the reasons that they work out at the same facility in Miami.
Yeah, both from that area.
Both of them on strict regimens during the off season. 1-2. Bay. Oh, Mariner power. It's home run number 30 for the Mariners as a team. Started tonight 8th in the American League in that category. Nine runs on 8 hits. Flip side, that man right there in the jacket, Aaron Harang, threw 4, has thrown a 1-hit shutout with 3 strikeouts and no walks.
Talking about the opposite field home run day. Interesting in the notes today, that home run by Morris, that's 6 home runs out of the 30 they've hit to the opposite field. Last year they had 8 out of 149 home runs to the opposite field.
My goodness. Today's only May 1.
Exactly. Michael a big part of that. He has what, 3, 4 now, I think, the opposite field of the 9 home runs.
Tonight, last night, the one in Oakland.
I think he had 2 in Oakland, didn't he?
At the center field, he had 1. This one fell off. I remember one, it was a screamer like that one to Oakland.
Right down the line. That was his first home run of the year.
And then he hit one straight away, right? And then remember the one he hit straight away center?
And then he hit one in the left.
Yeah. 3-2 here to Bay. Battle.
Yeah, 10 pitches in this at bat. Look at it overall. 92 pitches for Chen working here in the 4th. Wow.
A lot of interesting offensive notes for the Mariners, who lead 5-0. 3-2 to Bay. Strike 3 call. He's got 6 strikeouts, all of them looking. Highlight of the inning is a line drive, 388-foot home run for Michael Morris. Muscled it out of here. And that fan had a souvenir, couldn't hold on. 5-0 Mariners. The Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. A lot of good things working for the Mariners here on this beautiful night here in Seattle. Mariners lead 5-0. Michael Morse with the 2-run homer. Michael Saunders has got a couple of hits and an RBI. Aaron Harang throwing a good-looking ball game through 4. 3 strikeouts, giving up just 1 hit. A 2-out double to Matt Wieters back in the 2nd. Chris Davis, Matt Wieters, and J.J. Hardy here in the 5th. You can understand why he's careful with Mr. Davis here.
Yes. Quite a month Chris Davis put together.
First walk issued by Harang.
Look at Matt Wieters. Wieters with the only hit for the Orioles in the game. He had a double back in the 2nd inning.
There's a strike. Foul off 1-2.
What a play.
Oh, he's going to get 1 to get 2. No.
Almost a great double play. Still a fine play by Andino to knock it down. It looked like he had gloved it cleanly. Maybe he dropped it on his transfer. Ball is hit hard, and it was. It was on the transfer. He dropped it. Still able to get the lead runner.
That ball hit hard.
It was. You can see how low he had to get to the ground just to make the catch, and then on the transfers when he drops it.
One out, one on. J.J. Hardy. Raiders on fielder's choice. J.J. Hardy. Flied out the center's first time.
Good play by Montero to keep the ball in front of him.
He's going to want to be careful with Hardy, as we mentioned earlier. The man had 22 home runs last year.
And he's kind of sitting in that spot in the lineup too, where you kind of forget about him when you work your way through Markakis and Jones and Davis and Wieters, and all of a sudden he's sitting there. You think you've gotten through the trouble,
right.
And here's a fastball, and he hits one out on you.
Exactly, and I bet he did that a whole bunch of times last year.
I bet too. Good spot in their lineup.
Wieters and Smoke having some fun. They played Little League out of first base, Goose Creek, South Carolina. Must have been some team, huh?
I was just thinking, that's pretty amazing that 2 kids playing the same Little League from Goose Creek, South Carolina, make it to the big leagues, but they have them both switch hitters. And both first-round picks.
One pitch. It's out of play. Well, James Jerry Hardy's got a 2-2 count. Aaron Harang, 34 years old, out of San Diego. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Strikeout. Number 4 for Harang. 2 outs here in the 5th. Make sure you're here tomorrow. An exciting MLS matchup coming your way. Portland takes on New England. 7:30 start time. Catch all the action only on Root Sports. Here's Brian Flaherty. He rode one to deep center field, taking Saunders back to the track. Pitch 0-2.
Clark still up in the bullpen for the Orioles. Looks like Chen this evening is going to be finished. We'll have a pitching change for the Orioles. There's Zach.
0-2 here to Flaherty. Way outside. Just joining us. It's been a good night for the Mariners swinging the bats. 5 runs on 8 hits. Bay with the first inning RBI. Saunders and Morales in the second. A 2-run homer by Morse in the fourth. This one popped up. Here comes Saunders. And that'll do it. Aaron Harang. Nice work through 5. Giving up just 1 hit. Coming up for the Mariners, it'll be Justin Smoke, followed by Dustin Ackley and Jesus Montero.
Ferry on Puget Sound, and you got to love a 5-0 Mariners lead over the Baltimore Orioles. Tom Glasgow with you from the Forward Sports Desk. The M's tomorrow will travel to Toronto to open a series Friday against the Blue Jays, who today were at home taking on the Boston Red Sox, and Boston brought the lumber to the tune of 5 home runs, and what a game it was for Mike Napoli. That's the first of 2 for Napoli in this game. His power helping Boston to the 10-1 win. They'll wrap up that series tomorrow night. Let's send it back to Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom. Napoli went way upstairs, dead central in Toronto, where Encarnacion went last year in one of the games when we were there.
You see the home run that Encarnacion hit last night?
No.
It went into the upper deck to left field. Up in the third deck where Canseco hit the one years ago. It went up there last night.
Oh, goodness.
I think that was his 9th home run of the year.
As we mentioned last night, he had 5 against the Mariners last year. Zach Clark takes over. Smokes his first hitter. Ground ball goes down to Flaherty. Now Zach Clark making his big league debut.
imagine he's a little bit nervous right now. Buck Showalter putting him in. Soft landing, though.
Smart.
Yeah, middle of the game. Club down 5-0.
Zach Clark, 6 foot 200. Wilmington, Delaware, lives in Princeton, New Jersey. Started his pro career back in 06. He's knocked around the minors for a long time. Did a heck of a job against Liam Chen.
I'll say 5 runs on him through 4 innings. He had to throw 93 pitches to get through those 4 innings. And he came into the game with a 2.5 ERA. It's pretty good.
5 runs all earned, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts all looking as Montero waits and Ackley works a walk. Jesus Montero with his first big league triple. That was back in the 2nd inning. Came in to score in the Saunders base hit. Second time up, he walked.
Take another look at the triple by Montero. Drives it out to center field. You'll see Adam Jones overruns it. Hits off the heel of his glove. Slams into the wall. Montero going so fast he almost slid right by the bag, Dave.
I'll be willing to bet that after this game's over, somebody's going to go back and get that. Bob Christopherson probably should give him that bag.
That's a good point.
Right?
Yeah, why not?
Because we didn't think we'd see it. So, Jesus, that's yours, my man. Bob, make sure you hook him up with the bag afterwards. Another called 3rd strike. All 7 strikeouts recorded by Baltimore pitcher and called strikeouts. Andino, strikeout and a fly to center. Here we are, May 1. Ackley has not attempted a stolen base. I am surprised.
So am I. Saunders stole his 4th base earlier in the game, and he was on the DL for 15 days.
Right. And he was out of the chute really well too.
Michael having a good game, couple of hits, stolen base, and RBI, scored 2 runs.
Check the swing. Ackley 13 stolen bases last year, 6 when he came up in 2011. That was in 90 games. He had 13 steals in 153 games last year.
Gets good lead over there, and he has good speed. You would think he could be somewhere up in that 20 range.
Perfect rub. You could have Saunders and he up in the 20 range.
Michael had last year 23, I believe he had last year. Led the club, along with his 19 home runs, which was 2nd to Seager.
2-1. Check swing. That is fair ball. And that'll do it. Boy, that's a tough break. Davis did the right thing. Hit that sure out and get out of here. Good debut for Zach Clark. Nothing across for the Mariners, who lead 5-0. Being brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Sterling Bank, nobody works harder for you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. What a gorgeous sight. Snow-capped mountains, Safeco Field. Mariners have a 5-0 lead, trying to finish up this homestand at 5-2, and with the win, it would give the Mariners back-to-back series wins. And a win for this guy right here. Aaron Harang has thrown one hit ball through five strikeouts and one walk.
68 pitches now. Real opportunity. The Mariners obviously have an off day tomorrow. They will be traveling to Toronto. So maybe Aaron, if he can get deep into this game, give the bullpen a break for a couple of days. That would be nice for him.
Bounce one up there, 1-1.
And one of the things I'm sure, although the Mariners are on the road quite a bit in May, they do have some more off days in May, which will be a lot easier for Eric Wedge to try to manage his glove around that. There's a good breaking ball. Starting off the 30 days playing in 30 out of the 31. He's had to manage his bullpen, get guys in and out of the lineup, do a lot of different things to start the season. He'll have some off days to help him out with that.
Seager charges, flip, got him, one out. Nice play to retire Reimold.
Well, as a third baseman, this is towards the shortstop, but as a third baseman, if you can cut it off, that's your job. And Kyle, easy play for him. Real good job with his footwork on that.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Tom Glasgow mentioned earlier about Toronto losing 10-1 to Boston. Blue Jays, a lot of people thought in that division were going to be where the people's choice, as McLeod looks at a strike. And they are struggling big time. They're 10-18, dead last in the American League East. It's slow rolling. Room service for Smoke, 2 outs.
Kind of in the same boat as the Angels, aren't they?
Angels won today. They're 10-17. Yeah, 10-18 for Toronto. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's early.
Quick 2 outs for Harang. Manny Machado strikeout, comeback to Harang. No. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit given up by Aaron Harang. Center field backing up Saunders. And plays it off the fence. That ball was tagged by Machado.
Doubles machine.
Sure enough, his 12th. Club leader in that department. By 2 over Adam Jones.
Saw him hit a couple of doubles last night. This is another one. Puts a good charge into it. Saunders trying to get back, but this is on a line. A little air under it. Michael probably makes the catch, but does the right thing, plays it off the wall.
Here's Markakis. Nick's 0 for 2 with a fly out to left and a ground out to third. Ball on the net. 12,936 on hand here tonight. With that strike. Machado with that double. Now it's a 10-game hit streak. This pitch off the fist. 1-2, 2 out, man at second. Rich talking about Harang says, hey, knows how to pitch. got the good fastball. Repeats his release really well for a big guy. Just a matter of getting that secondary stuff over and get a little more consistent, not having that one bad inning.
Well, that's the thing that's hurt him. And if you look at his year that he had last year, he had a 3.8 ERA. He pitched well. He's not going to forget. And so far, from what I've seen, his stuff is still good. Again, he's topped out at 93, 94 miles an hour.
10-10 with the Dodgers last year. 3.61 ERA.
There you go.
31 starts. That is a foul ball. Greg Gibson had to get out of the way. Third base umpire. Telling Kyle Seager, "Oh, my back." It's Manny Machado. 1-for-3 night for him. A 1-2 count coming to Markakis. Rank steps off. Mariners got 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth. 2-run homer by Morse in that fourth inning. Two.
Another smart pitch by Orang. Pitch before that was up out over the plate. Markakis hit it down the line. If he's able to cover that, decided to come back inside with a fastball and missed his spot. Was able to move him off the plate. There's a changeup.
Counts run full. Adam Jones on deck. Third base coach Bobby Dickerson. Payoff pitch here to Markakis. Back up the middle. Machado can really motor. He's going to score. Orioles are on the board. RBI single by Nick Markakis. 5-1 ball game for Nick, his 14th RBI. Yeah, Markakis really shortened up on that bat. A couple, 3 fingers. Really choked up on this bat.
Well, he gets a fastball. Aaron Orang with the big lead, didn't want to walk him. I think normally he would come back with some sort of breaking ball, probably try to throw it on the outside corner, but went right after him. Markakis hit it hard back up the middle. Now he has to be careful. You're getting into the danger zone here with the next few hitters.
Adam Jones with Davis and Wieters behind him. Outside Adam Jones, who struck out and fly to right. Medina starting to heat up. Lucas Licky recalled today. Left-hander out in the bullpen. Blake Bevinson back to AAA Tacoma.
This pitch count starting to get there. 86 pitches.
Too long. Adam Jones with Markakis at first. And he did go. Says Hunter Wendelstedt 2-2.
Good slider.
Orang trying to get out of it. Giving up just the 1 run. Here's the 2-2. Ooh, good effort.
That was a good pitch. Just missed the outside corner.
Three and two to Jones. 2 outs, a run in. Markakis at first base, and Chris Davis on deck. He would love to get out of it right here. 3-2 to Jones. Runner goes. It's foul. Spot in this ball game in the 6th. Orang allowed 1 hit through 5. He's given up 2 hits here in the 6th. 3-2 to Jones. To the gap, right center field. Is going to get down, plenty of trouble. Markakis will score. Jones to second, and he'll slam on the brakes with an RBI double. Adam Jones picks up his 21st RBI, his 11th double of the season.
Well, everything was away from Adam Jones, and it looks like that's where they wanted to go again, and that pitch ended up running right back over the middle of the plate.
Markakis scored easily. Morse tracks it down. Jones gave thought to 3, but saw a stop sign from Bobby Dickerson, slammed on the brakes as Medina continues to heat up. Buying a lot of time now. Montero is out now. Pearl Willis comes out.
Well, Aaron was in great shape with his pitch count, but now he's up to 91 and has given up a couple of runs here. Unfortunately, he's doing it with 2 outs after getting the first 2 hitters out. It's 3 straight hits now.
Double, single, double, all pretty much up the middle. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. They bought time. Medina, hard-throwing right-hander, continues to work. Navarro, the bullpen coach, out there. Chris Davis tonight has taken a called 3rd strike and walked. Maybe the most dangerous hitter in the American League right now. Orang's given up 2 and he's trying to turn off the faucet right here. Got a ground out to Reimel and a ground out by McLeod. Start the inning off, but then a double by Machado over the head of center fielder Saunders. Markakis a single to right. Drove in Machado, and now Adam Jones, an RBI double. Strike 1. Chris Davis. Stay in there, missed. 1-1. One and 2 here now to Davis with 2 outs and a man at second. 2 runs in.
It's a good off-speed pitch from Orang after a couple of fastballs in. It's Davis way out in front of that last pitch.
Ball at 2 strikes. Davis did a good job getting out of the way.
He's moved his feet a couple of times in this at bat. Yep, you're right. Almost hit him in the back foot. Take a look at our McDonald's Supermo as he lifts that back foot out of the way.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Chris Davis. Swing and a miss. Yes, he struck him out. Aaron Harang, 6 innings of winning baseball here tonight at Safeco Field. Gave up 3 straight hits and comes back with a huge strikeout. 5-2 Mariners.
The yellow boat, the yellow hydro. Congratulations, you're a winner. The M's hoping to get a win tonight, leading the Orioles in the series finale. Tom Glasgow with you from the Ford Sports Desk. After the M's play their 3 games in Toronto beginning on Friday, they'll move on to Pittsburgh. 2 games against the Bucks, who are in action tonight. The Pirates taking on the Brewers in Milwaukee, tied at 4 in the 8th until Brandon Inge slaps a single to break the tie, and Pittsburgh never looked back. The Pirates scored 4 in the 8th. They salvaged the final game of the series, 6-4. Pittsburgh getting the victory over the Brewers as we send it back to Dave Sims and Mike Blowers.
All right, Tom, thank you. And the Pirates, that was just their 7th win in their last 53 contests in Milwaukee. We're real glad to get out of there with a W. Here's Saunders.
I'm looking forward to seeing McCutchen play. I've never seen him play live. I'm obviously on all his highlight films, but looking forward to seeing him.
I got some good ones. Michael Saunders leads it off. Saunders, Seager, and Morales.
I think Eric Wedge thinks Aaron Harang did his job tonight. Carter Capps is up, getting loose in the pen, so it looks like Carter will get the 7th inning. That is the case. Good outing for Harang.
Sure was.
There's Carter.
Two. Pitcher Zach Clark making his major league debut. Aaron Harang, he's a veteran, been around for a long time. And his career, big league, 24-year-old. As Saunders goes up the middle for a base hit. That's 3 hits for Saunders tonight. 3 for 4. Stolen base and RBI and a run scored. Updated matchups for the Toronto series. CenturyLink to what's next. Felix and Josh Johnson. Boy, it's been a struggle for him. Iwakuma had been scheduled for Sunday. Now it's Saturday with R.A. Dickey having his issues. And Joe Saunders coming off a fine game going against Brandon Morrow, who's got a big ERA and has not gotten much run support.
Well, you were talking about the Blue Jays and their overall record. There's a reason why you look at those starters expecting a lot out of all 3 of them, and they've struggled first month. Al didn't like that call. Thought that pitch was outside. I think it was. And so does the QC Tracer. Pitch off the plate away. They've stayed away from the entire game. Everything has been away.
Going back to the other point, I bet Toronto thought they were going to hit 231 next to last in the American League starting today. 231, just ahead of Chicago, 230. Team batting average. Seager 0 for 3, struck out looking. Last time up. 2. Curtis Capps getting ready for the 7th inning. Oh, and 2 to Seager. Right center field. Jones coming on. No, can't get it. Saunders went about 3/4 of the way. So a base hit for Seager. First 2 men have reached here in the 6th inning. It sets up nicely for Kendrys Morales. Michael Morrison, Jason Bay coming up.
Jones had some tough chances tonight. Tries to get in. This ball is dying in a hurry. You can see it bounces off the grass. A little short hop out there. Saunders wasn't sure if he was going to be able to catch it or not, so he had to wait. See Michael take off, and then Jones closing the ground in a hurry. So he'll have to stay at second base.
10 hits now for the Mariners. Here's Morales. Three straight games, 10 or more hits for the Mariners. 4 of the last 5. 5 of the last 6. 6 of the last 7. It's not bad.
Things are looking up. Mariners 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position tonight. Morales with one of those hits. He drove in a run earlier in the game. Back in the 2nd inning. Also scored a run.
Two on, nobody out. 0-2 count to Morales. Off speed pitch. And a long way.
Not
Jones
catching that
can't
one.
get it. One hop off the fence. Saunders scores. Seager right on his heels. 2-run double. Kendrys Morales. You got a 7-2 Mariner lead. 3rd hit for Morales. His 6th double. 3rd RBI tonight gives him 13 on the season.
He gets a pitch out over the plate. Finds the barrel. Good read by the base runners. They knew that Jones wasn't getting that one, and they take off right away. Take a look at this.
Really good stuff here tonight by the Mariners. 3 consecutive hits here to open up the 6th. Single, single, double, and here's Morris now. In tight from Zach Clark.
We got the home run by Michael in the 4th inning. Line drive into the seats in right field. 2-run home run for him, his 9th of the year.
Good count here for Morris. A home run on an 0-1 pitch. Morris with his 9th home run of the season, 3rd in the last 4. Currently tied for the American League lead, tied for 2nd in the major leagues. High drive, right center field. Markakis has a beat on it. Makes the catch on the track. Morales will tag and move to 3rd easily.
Michael just missed another one, but a productive out. Moves the runner up.
That's nice work there. To give away your kids, we'll flip their lids over. Literally, it's Kids Cap Day, Sunday, May 12th. Mariners take on the A's. All youngsters 14 and under take home this cool cap thanks to Aquafina. Get your tickets for the whole family at any Mariner team store or online at mariners.com. RBI spot here for Bay. 1 out, 2 runs in. Jason tonight, RBI double in the first inning. Since then, it's fouled out. Marquez made a heck of a play on a foul ball, caught it right before it went in the stands in the third, and a strikeout looking in the fourth. And that should be plenty deep to score the run. Way back is Adam Jones. Morales not fast, but he's going to score easily. Good work by Jason Bay to pick up that run. 8-2 Mariners. 2 RBI night for Bay. Gives him 8 on the season. Jason Bay, first sacrifice fly of the season.
And a good comeback inning here for the Mariners after Harang pitched well, but he ended up giving up 2 runs in the last inning. Mariners get him back +1. That was a good night. 3 hits, 3 RBIs, scored a couple of runs.
If Smoke can do something, a walk, a double, and a ground out tonight.
Three, 4, 5 hitters tonight, driven in 7 runs.
Three, 4, 5 guys are the veterans that were brought in, part of the blueprint that's working out pretty nicely. This little stretch of games here. TJ McFarland leading up. These kinds of numbers. Look at the productivity. Again, the older guys, Morales, Morris, and Bay coming up big. Smoke walks for the second time tonight. Smoke, we talked about it in the pregame show, is taking his share of walks this season. That's 15 walks against 24 strikeouts. And Buck Showalter coming out. Zach Clark's major league debut is over. A lot of good things working for the Mariners tonight. 8-2 lead, 6th inning. They banged out 11 hits here tonight. Great productivity from 3, 4, 5 spots in the order. Morales, Morse, and Bay. Left-hander TJ McFarland takes over. First pitch to Ackley's in there for strike 1. Ackley with a strikeout looking. Foul out the third and a walk.
6th appearance for McFarland. 2.38 ERA. 14 strikeouts and 11 1/3. Big number. A few things left is for Dustin Ackley to extend his hitting streak. 10-game hitting streak coming into today. He was 0 for 2 with a walk.
2. And he's gone on 3 pitches. Good inning for the Mariners as they get 3 more runs. 6 innings complete, an 8-2 lead. In-time play. Aaron Harang in need of an outstanding outing, and guess what? He turned one in.
I thought he was really good tonight. They needed him to hold the Orioles down. The Orioles came out yesterday and scored early. But Aaron, with the first 5 innings, held them to just 1 hit. They ended up getting for a couple of hits in the 6th, but overall 6 innings for him. Pitched really well, moved his fastball around. There's a good pitch, change up, down. So he had everything working for him tonight. Did a really good job overall. You can see what his ERA was coming in after the first 3 games where he had struggled tonight, right at 3. 21 hits over those 3 games, just 4 hits tonight. So a lot of good things happening for Aaron Harang, which is a good sign for the Mariners. Carter Capps will take over. Hard throwing right-hander. So Eric Wedge will use his bullpen the rest of the way, trying to get the last 3 innings taken care of.
Aaron Harang lowered his ERA from 11.37 to 8.68 with that 6 innings of work. Matt Wieters, J.J. Hardy, Ryan Flaherty, 6, 7, and 8 here for the Orioles against Carter Capps.
Twelfth appearance for Carter. ERA at a 4.40. Ended up getting off to a little bit of a slow start, but picking it up lately. 19 strikeouts in the 14 innings he's pitched.
Straight back 0-2.
He didn't have that really good velocity coming out of spring training, but you can see his arm strength starting to come back. We've seen him hit 97, 98 miles an hour now, and that's been a big difference for him. Also the command of his slider. But he has to have that good fastball, and it looks like it's there now.
Exponential growth in confidence, too.
Yeah.
Nasty pitch. Nasty. Strikes out Wieters, 1 down.
Well, after a couple of fastballs at 95, 96, here's an 84-mile-an-hour slider. It's so tough when you're geared up for the good fastball.
J.J. Hardy, the hitter. Applied to center, struck out.
Hector Noesi getting loose in the pen.
Done well in his couple of relief stints since being recalled.
Good slider on the corner.
Ooh. Got the low end of the zone.
Talking about a perfect world earlier. I think in a perfect world, Eric Wedge would like Carter Capps to go a couple of innings and then turn it over to Tom if he can. Stephen Pryor still on the DL. Man, That's too bad. He was really throwing the ball great coming out of spring training.
Stranded a bunch of inherited runners too.
Yeah, he was terrific.
Bouncing ball, Seager. There's a smoke. 2 down. We visit our AT&T trivia question. Let's see. Who had the most career professional home runs? Mr. Flowers, Mr. Wilson, or Mr. Valley? They went with my partner here. You went with Dave Valley. Survey says
Fans went with Val.
yes, they did, and they nailed it by a slim margin. Both you guys pretty balanced. Ball fouled back. It's off the bat of Ryan Flaherty, the second baseman. Curtis says he shorted your home run in a big league. You have 78 home runs. This one looks like it's playable. Seager does have room.
Or a good year for Barry Bonds back in the day.
Home 7 coming up, 18 Mariners. Brought to you by Washington's Lottery. Want more chances to win some cash? Buy a $5 Mega Millions ticket with a $5 Mega Plier and receive a voucher for a chance to win one of 5 $1,000 prizes each week. Play bonus play from Washington's Lottery today. Visit WALottery.com for details. Fun night, Safeco Field. Mariners a big lead, 8-2 on the Baltimore Orioles in the 7th. They've had tremendous productivity from their 3-4-5 hitters. Morris, Morales, and Bay have combined for 5 for 10. A home run by Morris, 7 RBIs, 3 runs, and a couple of doubles. Another part of the intriguing offense tonight. This man right here, Jesus Montero, his first major league triple. Farland will take care of this one. 1 out. Farland's the third pitcher used by Buck Showalter tonight. Here's Robert Andino looking for his first hit tonight. Struck out looking. Fly to center and a ground out to first. That's a great night. Like 3-4-5. Combined for 5 for 10.
Yeah, you think the guys miss Michael Saunders at all?
Whew.
3 hits for him tonight at RBI, but more importantly, he scored 3 runs and stolen runs. Big part of the story tonight. Very effective through 5. Had a hiccup in the 6th that was not fatal by any stretch. He goes 6 strong innings in total. Great run support. For 2. That's part of your story. Mariners got on it early.
They're up 3-0, added 2 in the fourth. Sixth inning is a good inning for him, and the third is Andino gone, 2 outs.
Speaking of Michael Saunders, there you go. 3 for 4, 3 singles, an RBI, 3 runs scored. He's stolen a base and raised his average up to 293.
I think he likes the leadoff spot, don't you think?
It's worked out well for him and the Mariners. Hopefully he doesn't crash into too many more walls and they lose him for any time.
No. Right you are.
Eric Wedge happy to have him back.
1-1 count. 2-1.
Just look at the steps for Michael Saunders and what he did last year, taking a big step forward. The World Baseball Classic, he played great for Team Canada. So with the rest of this year brings, but he's off to a good start.
Go to town here, 3-1. 3-1 count with Seager on deck, 2 out, nobody on. Pulled one foul. Big Vancouver Canuck fan. Mariners have a Friday night game. We're in Toronto. Probably find his way down to Gretzky's. 2 men his beloved hockey team. Saunders gone. 1, 2, 3 are the Mariners in the 7th. The good news, they've got an 8-2 lead. Reimold. Outside to Nolan. Caps win 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. In relief of Aaron Harang. So far tonight, Nolan Reimold 0 for 2, couple groundouts. That is Scorts foul. A nice play by the ball girl down in corner. Fielded that cleanly. Well done. Got his beard hat on.
Jersey, Mariner hat, now a baseball. Things are going pretty well for him tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Get the bees out of there.
This is Hunter Wendelstedt. 2-2. Reimold, McLeod, and Machado 9-1-2 here for the Orioles in the 8th.
Left-hander Charlie Furbush getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. Pedro Strop getting loose for the Orioles. Hard-throwing right-hander.
Took a lot off, missed. Well, what happened to Pedro Strop? Remember we saw him about, what, 5-6 years ago? He was just killing it.
Yeah.
Could really throw hard. He's 0-1 with a 7.88 ERA in 11 games. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Carter Capps overpowers Nolan Reimold, his second strikeout. 1 out here in the 8th. And earlier, as we do our head and shoulders pitch sequence, when he saw Wieters leading off in the 7th, Mike.
I'll show you what a dominant fastball will do. 2 fastballs for strikes, and then he comes back with that short little slider to put him away. Wieters geared up for the heater after seeing 2 of them and wasn't able to lay off of that slider. It's been an effective pitch for Carter Capps.
Strike one to Nate McLeod, the leadoff man, is 0 for 3. There's a strike. 1-2.
Another good slider right at the bottom of the strike zone.
One and 2 to McLeod. And dropped in and out of the glove of Montero. Couple of firsts tonight. Montero's first major league triple. Michael Saunders laid down a bunt, first bunt single for the Mariners this year. There's the 1-2.
Look at our McDonald Supermo in the foul ball going into Montero's glove that he wasn't able to hold on to.
Break 2-2. Full count now with Manny Machado on deck. One out, nobody on. Easy play for Saunders. 2 outs. Let's check in with Tom Glasgow. What do you have, Tom?
All right, David, from the Ford Sports Desk. Earlier tonight, we told you about a terrific start for Taijuan Walker at Double-A Jackson. How about we go to Single-A High Desert, where a young man by the name of Chris Taylor is really tearing it up. Chris has reached base safely by hit or walk in all 26 games this season, including another multi-hit performance tonight in the Mavericks' 11-6 win. Chris was a 5th-round pick last year out of the University of Virginia, now hitting .317 on the season. Young man to keep an eye on.
Here's a drive deep to left, and it is carrying out of here. Off the bat of Manny Machado. J.R. Dexter, the cameraman out there. Machado with a home run, his 3rd. Gives him 17 RBI. And it's an 8-3 Mariner lead. Here's what J.R. saw all the way. Look at this. Great job. Coming right at you. Incoming.
I don't blame you. Get out of the way.
Carter Capps gives up a home run. That's the 4th one he's given up this season. JR hanging in, buddy. Way to go, my man. 33rd home run hit by the Orioles so far this season. Line drive, Andino can't get it just over his glove. Markakis out of the box to make the turn. Bay gets it back in. And Markakis, a couple of hits. Take a look at Nick Markakis' Amica hit zone from last season. And 333 area last season. That's where the pitch was. That's where he liked it. So Adam Jones got an RBI double last time up. 1 for 3. 2 outs, man at first with a run in. They're in the 8th.
And Chris Davis waiting on deck. Charlie Furbush has been getting loose in the pen. He has to be ready to go.
Been up for a while.
Yeah, this is probably the last hitter for Carter. 28 pitches for him.
Base hit left field. 3 consecutive hits now by the Orioles, and that'll bring up Chris Davis. Got an 8-3 ball game. And here comes Eric Wedge to get Carter caps and bring in Charlie Furbush. So he wants the left-on-lefty matchup against a dynamic hitter, Chris Davis, who's 0 for 2 with a walk here so far tonight. 8-3 Mariners. Mariners baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by Captain Morgan. Raise your glass, always in moderation, to life, love, and loot. And by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand here. Gorgeous night in Seattle. Mariners trying to make it 5-2 in his homestand before we head off to Toronto and Pittsburgh. Charlie Furbush takes over now with 2 men on, a run in, and 2 outs here in the 8th inning.
Charlie pitching much better lately. This will be his 12th appearance on the year. 4.5 ERA for Charlie. 14 strikeouts in the 8 innings that he has pitched. They use a fastball. It'll be 91, 92 miles an hour and a slider. And we'll have to deal with a tough hitter in Chris Davis, who is due up. Davis in the game, 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts and a walk.
Left-hander sitting 200 off of Charlie Furbush. Nick Markakis at second and Adam Jones at first. Wayne Kirby, the first base coach. Chris Davis having a sensational first month. Started today 4th in hitting, 1st in home runs and RBIs, 1st in slugging. So that's a tough customer here. Carter Capps didn't get the 3rd out here in the 8th. Pitched well though until giving up the home run and back-to-back singles. An important matchup right here. Start him off with a breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 1.
It's interesting. The same group. Aaron Harang in the 6th inning gets 2 outs, and then it was Machado with a double, a base hit by Markakis, and a double by Jones. And same thing here. Carter Capps 2 outs, the home run by Machado, and then back-to-back hits by Markakis and Jones.
0-1 to Davis. Breaking ball, swing and miss, strike 2. Triple up.
Why not throw him another one? Maybe throw a little bit further off the plate, see if you can get him to chase it. He's already swung at 2 of them.
Oh, 2.
He tried it.
2 strikes here to Chris Davis. Matt Wieters on deck. 2 outs. Orioles have just put together 3 consecutive hits. Webber's trying to put a plug in it right now. 1-2. Breaking ball struck him out. Charlie Fernbush for the big strikeout of Chris Davis with 2 out, 2 on here in the 8th. Mariners lead at 8-3. Bank, nobody works harder for you. And how about the big boy production from 3, 4, 5 in the order? Morales, Morse, and Bay. Good stuff.
That's a great night. Certainly get used to seeing that. Bay's been a hot hitter lately. Michael obviously feeling better. Homered in 3 out of the last 4 games. And Kendrys Morales, big night for him tonight, driving in 3 runs.
These guys combined for 5 for 10. Nice. Michael Morris, another home run. Last one to right field. There's Felix Hernandez. Look forward to seeing him in action. He'll be pitching the opener in Toronto against Josh Johnson. Here's Kyle Seager to lead it off. Seager, Morales, and Morse 2, 3, and 4. 12,936 on hand here at Safeco Field tonight. Pedro Strop, hard throwing right-hander. Strike 1. Bouncing ball that Flaherty surrounds. Throws out Seager. Michael's talking about Felix. Here's the rest of the matchup. Our Century link to what's next. It'll be Iwakuma against R.A. Dickey. Joe Saunders against Brandon Morrow. So Dickey and Morrow, a couple of ex-Mariners. Get a look at them first time this season. Felix has been throwing some good baseball. So has Iwakuma. They have been outstanding. Felix with a 1.90 ERA. Iwakuma with a 1.67. There's Morales. He's behind 0-2 in the 6th and then delivered a 2-run double.
This has been a good offensive series for the Mariners. They've scored 16 runs in this series. That's the most they've scored in any series this season. A number of guys getting hot now, which is good to see. Morales, one of them. His 3 hits tonight.
Mariner Trends on Twitter. Hip hip hooray for the offense, and Michael Saunders having a big part of that. Two and 2. Kendrys Morales, 1 out here in the 8th. He did go, and Wieters can't find it. Morales is going to beat this out. How about that? Strikeout, wild pitch. He's aboard with 1 out. A get on base, incredible savings and freedom of riding Sound Transit. Plan your next trip. Visit soundtransit.org. Michael Morris walk, strikeout looking, 2-run homer and a fly to right.
He just missed that fly to right.
Yeah, right.
He's had 2 home runs in the game.
Take a look at the home run that he hit. This is his 9th home run of the season. Another opposite field home run from Michael.
They can hit him hard. 1-0 pitch. Inside again. 2-0.
12th appearance for Strop. High ERA, 7.88 for him. 8 strikeouts over the innings. 6 walks. Too many walks for him. A couple of home runs.
3-0. Pedro been with Texas from 09 to 11, and then he's moved over to Baltimore. Here's Morris with the 3-0 count. Strike. Two-man aboard here as Morris works a walk. 1 out. Chance for Jason Bay to keep it going. MLB.TV. Celebrating 11 years. Join the millions of fans and subscribe today. Watch every out-of-market game live online on your favorite mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV. Baseball everywhere. Jason Bay looks at ball 1. Had a good night. Sacrifice fly last time up. Big first inning RBI double. Went under Wieters' feet. 2-0.
We're wondering about Strope's struggles. You're seeing it, Dave.
You know it. Boy, it's everywhere.
Pitching coach Rick Adair making a trip out to the mound.
Stroke with 3 saves last year with Baltimore. 5-2 record and 2.44 ERA in 70 games. I remember when we first saw him in Texas in 09. I guess it was 10 because he threw more games. I don't think we saw him that first year, but he was very impressive. Good ride on that fastball. 2-0 to Bay.
You have to throw strikes at this level. Bay having a good night. Couple of RBIs for him. Had a double in the first to drive in a run, a sacrifice fly in the 6th.
Tried to hang in there as long as he could. Smoke's on deck. He's walked twice. Got a double. He's 1 for 2. Justin Smoke. 3-1 here to Bay. And he'll take the walk to load him up. Down to third goes Morales. To second goes Morse. And now Smoke with the bases loaded.
Good series for Justin. 5 for 9 in the series.
One out, bases loaded for Smoke. First pitch from Strop. Ball 1. Two of them. Always going to come to him now.
Well, there's pitching and there's throwing, and Mr. Strop is throwing right now. 19 pitches, only 7 strikes for him.
2-0 here to Smoke. Ground ball, second base. There's one. And they turn to double play, and that'll do it. 8th inning coming up. Mariners lead it 8-3.
Homestand with his second straight series victory in control against the Orioles. Tom Glasgow with you from the sports desk, the Ford Sports Desk. Here's what's coming your way on Mariners postgame. Of course, we'll hear from Eric Wedge and his players. We'll preview the M's next series. That gets underway Friday in Toronto. And from Portland, a story I absolutely promise will make your night. You've got to see it, and we'll have it for you on Mariners postgame. Right now, let's send it back to Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you. The bartender, Tom Wilhelmsen, on not a safe situation. He's got an 8-3 lead. And he's going to face 6, 7, and 8 in the Baltimore order. Matt Wieters, J.J. Hardy, and Ryan Flaherty. Tom, the fourth pitcher used tonight by the Mariners. Strike one to Matt Wieters. 1 for 3 tonight with a double back in the second inning.
12th appearance for Tom. 8 saves on the year, as Dave mentioned. Not a save opportunity. Great ERA, 0.75 for him.
And he's got Wieters 0-2. Sensational early start here for Tom Wilhelmsen. Only allowed 4 hits in the 12 innings he's pitched, and he's held the opponent scoreless 10 of his 11 appearances. Breaking ball got him. It was a beauty. 1 down. Want to feel the heat of a Felix fastball? Hear the crack of the bat as Jesus Montero hits one over the new Safeco Field fence. Then pull up the seat in the KeyBank Diamond Club, located directly behind home plate. Enjoy all-inclusive food and full bar, plus receive first-rate service right from your seat. For more info, visit mariners.com/premium. Strike one to J.J. Hardy. What a nasty curveball.
It was. Tom getting an inning's worth of work, as you mentioned. Not a save opportunity for him. He hasn't pitched in a couple of days, and you have the off day to travel tomorrow, so Eric Wedge is getting him in there for an inning.
One to Hardy. Fastball. Ackley right there. 2 outs. We got Brian Flaherty. Many of the 12,936 still on hand here at Safeco Field, and they were duly entertained here tonight. Oh, 1 to Hardy. Now 0-2.
Good changeup from Tom. Doesn't throw it a lot. If he uses it, he'll use it against a left-hander. It's a quality changeup in a great location.
Fans on their feet here. 0-2, 2 out, nobody on. Pitch from Wilhelmsen. Line drive. Saunders coming in. He's got it. Folks, that's a homestand, isn't it? Mariners go 5-2 with this 8-3 victory over the Baltimore Orioles. Gives them back-to-back series wins. And what a great start for the month of May for your Seattle Mariners, who are now 13-17.
Good turnaround for Aaron Harang. Pitched well, gets his first win of the season, going 6 innings, giving up just the 2 runs for Aaron. So a nice outing for him, and offensively, really good game for a number of guys. Michael Saunders with 3 hits, scores 3 runs. Morales, how about Morales with his 3 RBIs? Also scored a couple of runs. He also had 3 hits. And Michael Morris, of course, his 9th home run of the season. So 8 home runs in April for Michael, and now his first one of May, 9 on the season as the guys head out on their road trip.
Be a lot of smiles boarding that plane tomorrow. 2 hours, 52 minutes for this one. Mariners win it 8-3. Let's go out to Brad and Dave Valley.
All right, thanks, gentlemen. Lots of smart.